10 Strangest Addictions You've Never Heard of. When you hear the word addiction, the first thing that comes to mind is drugs, alcohol, sugar, or even smartphones. However, addictions include many other things that you may not have thought of before. Addiction is related to everything that affects the reward center in the brain, which develops addictive behaviors. While many of its types are not harmful, some of these behaviors can affect the life of the person with the addiction. Learn about the strangest types of addiction ever. 1. The shopping. Surely you know someone who is a top-notch shopping addict. In fact, such a condition has a special name in medicine, oniomania, and can have serious repercussions. Those with onychomycosis have no control over their purchasing behaviors and often go into debt to fuel their habit. Because of their out-of-control behavior, these purchases are often not used. They do not buy to use things, but to satisfy their addiction. 2. Sports. Exercising is perhaps one of the healthiest and most addictive activities. This addiction sometimes appears in professional athletes, but exercise addiction can also occur in others. It can also occur in conjunction with anorexia or neuroma. With exercise addiction, athletes often exercise at an intense level for 2 to 3 hours a day. This can put a lot of pressure on the heart, lungs, and muscles. In addition to the consequences of performing that level of exercise despite the injury, people with exercise addiction can have difficulty eating enough calories for the level of activity they do, and weight problems can result. 3. Hair pulling addiction. Trichotillomania, also referred to as trichotillomania, is a compulsive activity performed to control anxiety symptoms. People with trichotillomania have a compulsive and urgent urge to pull hair from the head, arms, eyebrows, eyelashes, or beard. This often leads to bald spots. Some people also chew or even eat their hair, which can cause digestive difficulties or blockages. 4. Body modification addiction. One of the types of addiction that a large group of people suffer from is the obsession with modifying the body in different ways. For some, it may mean frequent cosmetic procedures, while others seek tattoos or piercings on different parts of the body. In extreme cases, it becomes difficult to identify the person because of the many modifications made to his body. Although it is a form of self-expression, it can result from low self-esteem or a mental illness called body dysmorphic disorder. Individuals with body modification addiction can face financial repercussions from repeated expensive surgeries or procedures, and some have died after surgery. 5. Addiction to eating inedible substances. Pica is an addiction that involves eating dirt and inedible materials. This disorder is common in people with autism or developmental delays, but it can be seen in people with iron deficiency anemia, those who eat snow or sand. Eating inedible items can sometimes lead to choking or poisoning. Some people even consume soap or laundry detergent, which can lead to vomiting and diarrhea, as well as severe dehydration. 6. Gasoline addiction. The smell of gasoline can be just as addictive as inhaling other substances. Those who are addicted to inhaling gasoline do so because of high levels of drunkenness within 5 minutes of smelling, with dizziness, confusion, and a sense of relaxation. However, inhaling gasoline can lead to a range of harmful consequences, including hallucinations, slurred speech, nausea and vomiting, central nervous system depression, severe coughing, headache, kidney damage, seizures, liver damage, lung damage, and brain damage. Permanent changes in the cardiovascular system, fainting, and in severe cases, even coma or death. 7. Cleaning addiction. This addiction often appears as a symptom of obsessive-compulsive disorder. These individuals may not find their homes clean enough. They often spend up to hours each day cleaning and then cleaning, even if their house isn't dirty. In severe cases, Those with a cleaning addiction attempted suicide to break the cleaning habit. 8. Kleptomania. Compulsive stealing or stealing addiction, also known as kleptomania, is an addiction that often leads to legal consequences. People with kleptomania often don't need the things they steal, which distinguishes stealing addiction from stealing in order to survive. Often the individual does not plan to steal and abandons or discards the thing after taking it. Those who suffer from kleptomania steal but usually feel depressed or guilty afterward, even though they are unable to control their tendency to steal in the future despite knowing it is wrong. 9. Drink blood. One of the most unusual and worrisome types of addiction is the addiction to drinking blood. Those with this condition often feel the need to ingest human or animal blood. Some people with this condition engage in self-harming behaviors, cutting their bodies and drinking blood, while others with blood addiction tragically kill humans or animals to feed their addiction. Those who have an addiction to drinking blood often have serious concurrent psychiatric problems, including dissociative identity disorder. While blood consumption can be part of a traditional diet in some countries, those who struggle with addiction often undergo extreme behaviors, such as wounding or killing, to maintain their daily supply. 10. Pet addiction. Pet addiction can be a form of hoarding, and it usually involves compulsive collecting of pets beyond what they can care for. This often begins when a person rescues a stray dog or cat, but quickly escalates to dozens of animals. Pet addiction can lead to horrific animal neglect, including starvation or animals living in squalid conditions, covered in their waste. A person with a pet addiction often cannot adequately care for all animals and cannot voluntarily abandon them,